And my name is Homicide. So read that again.
Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
So the ox is a dumb animal, right? Read.
And the ass his master's crib.
And the ass knows where his master's crib is. So you can take an ass way out and he can always find his way back, right? But read.
But Israel.
But the Israelites, the people that y'all see on those signs, read again. What?
But Israel doth not know.
It says, but the Israelites, they don't know who their master is. They don't know where their homeland is. Because if I asked you, or you, Christopher, where y'all land is, what would y'all say? Africa. Wait a minute. Africa is a continent. How many countries is in Africa? A bunch of them. But you can't identify where your land is, can you? So this curse, or this particular verse is saying that the Israelites would not know who their God is, or what land they belong to, or where their homeland is. Because you said Africa, right? But again, the Israelites are from where? What is Israelites' homeland? Israel, right? Israel, Jerusalem. But it says that there would come a point in time that we would not know where our homeland is or who our God is. Because guess what? I want to digress a little bit. Look on there. Which one gives us the image of Christ? Which one do they portray? These, right?
Yes.
So, is that according to the Bible? This description is according to the Bible? I'm going to show y'all that it's not. So that's how we have another God. Because I'm going to show y'all that we discontinue from our heritage. Give me that. Jeremiah chapter 17. Watch this. So these are still part of the curses. These are still part of the curses.
He said Asher.
Asher. Okay, all praises. Hey, brother. Hey, Christopher, listen up. I want all y'all to understand this. Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage.
It says that we would discontinue from our heritage. What does it mean to discontinue from our heritage? Cut off, meaning what? We won't know what food we eat. We won't know how we used to dress. We won't know our culture. We won't know how holy days that we celebrated. We discontinue from our heritage, and now we have the heritage of what? America. Why? Because it was given to us when? In slavery, right? So we're proving without a shadow of a doubt that the Israelites are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that were forced over here during slavery, during captivity, and they wiped out our heritage by what? They killed off our old, right? They beat the young, and they gave us new names. They gave us a new identity, African American, right? So what we're showing you without a shadow of a doubt is that the people on this sign are God's chosen people. And it actually means something. So anybody can say that, oh, I'm a child of God. But the whole book of Deuteronomy, it was written to the Israelites. And let me ask you this. If that's the case, who did Christ come for? He came for wait a minute. So you know Christ came for the Israelites. No, that's good, because guess what? In Christianity, they say Christ came for everybody. So who is a liar and who tells the truth?
Bring it out,
Who tells the truth? Because we're going to show you out of the Bible that let God be true and every man a liar, right? So, meaning what? If you go to church, your pastor is lying to you. Give me, oh man. All right, y'all got the flyer. Our information is on the back. Check it out. Give us a call. We got a school here in Detroit as well, all right? All right, all praises. All right, brother. What's your name? Anthony. So, that image right there, the image of, which one do they give us, or which one do you see? All over the city, all on the news, all on television. That image, right? Who is that? White man. But is that the depiction that the Bible tells us? Hey, brother, what's your name?
He said that's white. Jesus is white.
That's white Jesus. So, are you saying that that's Jesus too? That's the image that they give us, right? But is that the image that is recorded in the Bible? It is. Let's find out. Give me Revelation chapter 1, verse 1. So, we're here to prove without a shadow of a doubt that we have been lied to during slavery, and we're still being lied to till today. Because we always see that image, don't we? It's always pushed. Even so-called Jehovah's Witnesses, right? Yeah, when they give you a pamphlet, they got an image of white Jesus in there. But if you ask them to prove who that is, they can't. So we're going to show you, according to the Bible, what Christ really looked like. Read that.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
The revelation of Jesus Christ,
So this is the revealing of Jesus Christ. Read.
which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John, who bare record of the word of God and of the testimony of Jesus Christ.
So John, he was given this knowledge to give to his people in the end times, right? So he says that he's going to write it down and he's going to show us what Christ looked like. Jump down to verse 14.
Verse 14, his head and his hairs were white like wool.
So he said that Christ's head and the hairs on his hair and his face were white in color, woolly in texture. So let me ask y'all, what people on the planet have woolly hair? We do, right? So who is this image right here with the long, stringy hair, blonde hair?
Bring it out.
This man, his name is Caesar Borgia. He was son of Pope Alexander VIII. And he also slept with his sister named Lucretia. If y'all have ever watched the show, The Borgias, it is a reenactment of this man right here. And they commissioned Leonardo da Vinci to paint him as the Renaissance Christ. All right? Read on.
As white as snow,
So his hair was white as snow, read.
and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So it says that his eyes were as a flame of fire. Why do you think it says his eyes were as a flame of fire? His eyes were. Now, was Christ shooting laser beams out of his eyes? No. But what was Christ's first miracle? What did he do? He changed what into what? Water into wine. So when you drink wine, what happens? Or when you drink any type of strong drink, what color does the white of your eyes turn? Red, right? So there is an actual prophecy that's written in the Old Testament of how Christ's eyes will look. Give me that, Genesis chapter 49, in verse 12.
Names we was given in slavery.
Right, so watch this. So it says that his eyes would be red like fire, right? With wine, read that.
Genesis chapter 49 and verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine.
So it was prophesied back in the Old Testament that Christ's eyes would be red with wine, meaning he would drink wine, but he was not an alcoholic, right? So what we're proving is that Christ, according to the Bible, would be a better depiction of that one to your far left, right?
That's right.
And not the Caucasian image, right? So what color is Christ? What color is Christ at? Now go back to Revelation. Now we're about to finish this out because it's going to get even more specific. Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
So now John looks down at his feet, and he said that his feet look like the color of fine brass. What color is brass? If you take a penny, if you look at a penny, what color is a penny? A brown, right? A brownish color, right? So he says that his feet was like fine brass. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
So if you take anything and and burn it in the furnace, what color is it going to turn out?
Right now he's going over.
If you put white rice in the furnace, what color is it going to turn out? Black, right? So what we're showing you is that Christ was a dark-skinned man
That's right.
with white woolly hair, right? So let me ask you, because we were showing the other brother that they came from the tribe of Judah. Hey, excuse me, brother and sister. What tribe are y'all from?
According to this, Judah.
According to this, Judah. So can I show y'all and prove to y'all that y'all are the Israelites according to the Bible and why that's important to know? All praises. All right, so I'm going to continue with y'all. Go back to Deuteronomy chapter 28, and we're going to read verse 15.
Bring it out.
Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So the book of Deuteronomy, it was written to the Israelites. And Moses said, if y'all do not hearken and listen and to do all of the commandments, you are going to be cursed as a people. Now, is a curse a good or a bad thing? Bad thing, right? So we're about to read some bad things that will help identify who the children of Israel is today. Read on.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
What people on the earth is cursed in the city? Us, right? Yeah, do you agree? So, a curse in the city would be the water in Flint being poisoned. Cursed in the city would be guns and drugs. Cursed in the city would be being beaten by the police. Cursed in the city would be the worst health care, worst education. Wouldn't y'all consider that curses? Now, does that primarily affect the blacks or does that affect everybody?
It primarily affects us, but I don't know that I would look at it as a curse because it was not inflicted by God. This is not, this is.
But these are God's words.
Yeah, but there are people, right, who use God's words and interpret them as, in order for it to be advantageous to them.
Okay,
So it is better for them, that we be downtrodden, that we be, denied, that we be disenfranchised. It helps them. And so, yeah, they inflict
Okay.
things upon us. But that's not, I don't know that God,
Yeah, but you don't think that God did it?
I don't think that.
Okay, so we're going to continue to go through the curses to identify, because these are markers that would be identifiers to who God's chosen people are. And just like he gave us these curses for a punishment, there are things that we can do to come from under these curses as well. Read on. Well, read that part again.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
So I gave y'all some curses of people of what we go through in the city. Then it says what?
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
What point in time were we cursed in the field? I want you to step up. It says that we would be cursed in the field. Were we not cursed in the cotton fields? Were we not cursed in the tobacco fields? Sugar cane? These are curses that God placed upon the Israelites for not keeping his commandments. But it doesn't just stop there, because you may still be thinking, well, that's my interpretation. Jump down to verse 30. Verse 30.
Verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
So another curse would be, we would be promised to, or we would have a wife and another man would sleep with our wives. When did that happen? And can you place this curse on any other nation of people? Look at these pictures, because during slavery, were we not working in the fields? Did master not take our wives and sleep with them?
Yes.
But can we say that that happened to any other nation of people? No, we can't. So it's not just my interpretation. But read on. Because it's going to get even more specific.
I would love to listen to this more on my way to eat, but if this is, the more information I have about it, I'm willing to be open to listen to it. I don't know how often you are out here or whether it's people.
Right, yeah, we have our information on the flyer, sis. Before y'all leave, I want to actually read one more thing for y'all, and then y'all can take give me 68. Right, so watch this.
Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So Egypt is synonymous with bondage or captivity. We understand that when the Israelites left Egypt the first time, they walked out, right? But read that. Read on.
With ships.
So he said the second time we would be brought into slavery or captivity with ships. So cargo slave ships. Yeah, do we got that song? Where's the song with the cargo? Yeah, right here. He said that we would go into slavery on cargo slave ships the second time. No other people in history have went on cargo slave ships as a nation of people ever. But God said that because y'all didn't keep the commandments, this was going to happen to you. Read on.
By the way, whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
We shall not see our homeland ever again because guess what? We're still in the land of our captivity. Read.
And there ye shall be sold.
After we got off those cargo slave ships, we were going to be sold
unto your enemies.
No, your friends.
Your enemies.
No, your neighbors.
Your enemies.
He said that after we got off those slave ships, we were going to be sold to our enemies for what?
For bondmen.
For slave men.
And bondwomen.
And slave women.
And no man shall buy you.
Meaning no man shall redeem you or get you out of the situation. Because guess what? We're still slaves here in America. Because guess what? Your last names, unless y'all had your last names changed, what's your last name, if you don't mind me asking? Huh? Humphrey. What about you, sis? Stamps. Where do y'all think y'all got those last names from? Right. Probably the slave master, right? So what we're proving to y'all is that y'all history didn't just start in 1619. Our history started way before that.
That's
and
right.
Everything is recorded in the Bible, but the thing is, we've been taught wrong. And no, we're not Christianity. This isn't Christianity. We speak specifically through the Bible, and we explain who we are, what we have to do to get out of these conditions, and how to make it to the kingdom.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.